Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Miriam. What I'm going to be making in this video is a wallflower. I saw this on the internet and I thought it was so cute, but of course no one's going to pay that price for it, so I'm going to make my own DIY wallflower that I'm going to be putting in one of the rooms in my home. So right now what I'm doing is I'm tracing out the base. This is where the flower is going to sit. Basically the so-called flower pot is what I'm tracing out. I used computer paper to cut it out, to cut out the base of the flower pot, and now I trace it onto the poster board, which I am going to then cut out. And since I'm making two, I'm going to be cutting out two of those shapes that I'm going to be tracing onto my poster board. I do recommend that you use something sharp such as a box cutter, because it was a struggle using scissors to cut the poster board with. Okay, do you guys see the struggle? Like, it was just not it. Using the scissors was just not it for this project. Like, I had to trim the borders of that poster board to make it smooth and to make it look decent. So please do not use scissors when you're cutting your poster board out for this project. Please use a box cutter. You will have smoother cuts and it will make your life a lot easier. But this is the first one that I was able to cut out, and I'm basically going to be trimming those borders out for a bit, just to make sure that it does look a little bit professional. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that for a bit. Also, I think I forgot to mention, I got this poster board from Dollar Tree. So yeah, definitely something that is affordable and something that you'll be able to do in your home. The poster board was $1. Everything that I used for this DIY project was from the dollar store. Of course, I always do use my hot glue gun. That's, not $1. I got that from Walmart, but everything else and the materials for this project is from Dollar Tree. But anyway, I'm moving on. I'm gonna duplicate that first step again, because I'm making two of the wallflowers. So I'm gonna use that first one that I cut out as a template to for the shape of the second wallflower, just to make sure that they are the same size. As you can see, the second one came out a lot smoother than the first one. So now I have both of them all cut out. It's time to move on to the next step. Here's what they look like now. So for this next step, you're going to use a poster. Also, I used it in black, just so it can match the back side of the wallflower. So you're going to measure this poster, and you're going to make sure that it goes around the perimeter of the poster board that you initially cut out. So that's what you're seeing me do here. I'm cutting it in half, and then I'm going to just make sure that if I wrap it around the poster, that it's going to go around it, and it's going to cover the front part of it, which is where the flower is going to be placed inside of. So I'm just measuring it just to make sure that it fits, and then I'm going to use my hot glue gun to glue it all together, just to make sure that it doesn't move. glue the actual poster to the poster board, you're going to now cut the access that you have on the back of that poster board because it's not needed. But when you cut it, don't cut it too close to where you've glued the poster to the poster board. Make sure you leave a little bit hanging around, because that little bit that you have, you are actually going to use to secure it. So you're going to use duct tape or whatever type of strong tape that you have, and you're going to glue those flaps right to the back of that poster board, and that's going to make it extra secure just in case the glue is not enough. So after I finished taping it, this is what it looks like on the back. I literally just taped off the bottom. I didn't do the top because the top kind of just folded on its own. It wasn't necessary. So now I'm going to trace out the bottom of the flower, and I'm going to use a pencil. I'm going to trace it out on the poster board, and I'm going to cut it out with my box cutter. So sorry guys, but my camera died when I was doing the initial flower. So this is actually the second one that I'm working on. What I noticed was the first way that I did the bottom was a lot harder to attach it to. So what I realized is what you can do is you can literally just put glue at the bottom of the, this portion of it, and then just attach it to the poster board like this. And like as you can see, I literally just attached it to the bottom. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut off the access that I don't need around to form that bottom piece. It's a lot easier this way, but make sure that when you do this, you make it neat so it doesn't look like you know, like you attached it there. You want it to look professional, so just try to cut it off and make it look as neat as possible. I have the glue showing a little bit. You probably can't really see in the camera, maybe you can, but it's okay because it's clear, so I'm not too worried about that. But I am just gonna trim off this excess paper that I don't need. Another thing that I want to mention is that for extra support, I did use tape from the Dollar Tree, and I taped the bottom along the bottom like this, just because I didn't feel comfortable with the hot glue that I used on the sides. So this tape will make sure that it doesn't move. Okay, now it's time to move on to my favorite part. And can somebody please tell me what this thing is called? This is what I'm using. This is what you use to attach flowers to. And I opened up and I forgot to read what the label says. I absolutely have no idea what this thing is called. I was calling it like a flower foam, or the foam where you stick the flower into. I don't know. But it's definitely foam material. But if you can let me know what the heck it's called. But yeah, here's the flower that I'm going to be using, which was some Dollar Tree. It was $1 for this whole thing. So I'm going to just snip it, and I'm going to cut out the flower because I don't need the long stem. So I'm just going to cut it to the size that's appropriate for me. I'm going to bend it a little bit because it's very, very hard to cut. So this is also something that you want to use a box cutter for, or something meant to cut flowers with.
Don't come in.
You guys, I legit broke my scissors trying to cut these flowers. So when you are cutting your flowers, make sure you use something that is meant for cutting flowers. But anyway, I got them all cut up, and they all look like this. And don't worry about this space because it's going to be covered. So now I'm just literally, all I'm going to do to cover this space is I'm going to poke it on the side of the flower like that, so now you can't see. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. So I'm going to poke it in to the side like so, and then you can't see. And then I'm just going to fill up the space the rest of the space to cover it up with the rest of my flowers. There's no extra long. So use that. It's a little long. And then for my last one, I'm going to place right in between here. So, and there you have it. Who's gonna know this from the dollar store, girl? Ain't nobody gonna know. I'm gonna take my little pearl beads that I also got from Dollar. Measure. It's gonna go. Cut it on my broken scissors.
Broken scissors.
And now you already know my handy dandy hot glue gun. I'm gonna use to secure it. This way. So this is what my two flowers are looking like. Now I'm going to secure, I'm going to make a hanging string for them. I'm going to use broken scissors again. I don't need it too long this time.
But it did big of me. He did wait for me. I'm gonna stop. He must us. So we have to do it. So Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. We're gonna come so Mom can see Boo Boo, okay? Okay. We're going to the garden right now. Yeah.
And here is my flower. It's hanging up in my bathroom. It looks so good, you guys. Like, this project definitely came out better than I thought that it would. And I have them both in my bathroom. It goes so well with the decor that I have going on in this room. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you did enjoy it, I would appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. I would also love it if you would subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. I am trying to get to the 1,000 mark, so please support. Thank you.